Weddings, birthdays.
Any cake you can think of, from christening to birthdays to weddings to anniversaries. Any cake at all you can think of.
Oh, really?
I make them, yes.
Okay.
Cupcakes, and it's not just cakes. I'm into pastries.
Okay.
So talk of pies, quiche, all the finger foods you can think about.
Hello guys, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa. My name is Ololeka Amusa, the founder of Just for Women Africa. And before we start our show, let's give credit to our host, Tia Coffee House. You can locate them the upper residential area of the Partition Bloomberg Road. It's a really nice, serene environment. You want to have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Tia Coffee House is the place to be. You want to hang out with your family, friends over the weekend or holidays. Tia Coffee House is the place to be. Just remember Tia Coffee House. And today, I'm sure we don't need much explanation. You can see this lovely cake in front of us. I just admire it. I wish I had a knife I could cut a piece for myself. But somehow I have a feeling I know what the answer is going to be. That video, no, so we're not going to be able to cut it. But it's really, really nice. And today we have Mabel Otto with us.
Sure.
From Nabs Bites.
Exactly.
Right. She's going to be telling us about this beautiful cake and the cake business and all that. All right. So before we start the show, you know what to do. Not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend about Just for Women Africa, and let's get the show started. Mabel, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, it's really nice having you. Thanks for honoring our invitation.
Thank you too for having me.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get into your business, Nabs Bites, viewers out there like to just know a little bit about yourself. So you could just tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. My name is Mabel Otto. Yes, a baker and then a banker as well. I'm located at East Legon. Yes, so that's a little bit about myself. I'm into cakes, pastries, anything you'd want to have for parties, weddings, anything. I'm available. Yes.
Oh,
located at East Legon.
Okay, that's quite interesting. But what's a banker doing making cakes? Right, there's not enough money in the banking industry anymore.
Oh, not that. The baking was born out of passion.
Okay.
Purely passion, yes. So, I started 3 years ago. I really love to cook, to bake, to try new things. Okay. Sometimes try new recipes, try to create my own recipes and stuff. So, there was this particular Sunday, I just felt like baking, so I baked a strawberry cake.
Okay.
Yes, it was something I used to do. I was doing it on the side, so for fun, because I wasn't doing it for people to eat. So there was one Sunday in the evening, I baked the strawberry cake, and around that time, there was some banking crisis. I don't know if this banking crisis that came about 3 years ago. Yes, so my bank happened to be cut.
Okay.
Yes, and then. I didn't know my stand. We didn't know what would happen to us. Whether I would be asked to go home, whether I would be retained. We didn't know what would happen. So after baking the strawberry cake, my husband ate it, and my husband was like, you know, you've been doing this thing for us to eat. Why don't you take it on a different level? Why don't you try to make money out of it? You can bake for people, and then you can take some money. And I was like, oh, really? Then I'll try. But like I said, I was doing it for fun. I was doing it for the family to eat and all of that. So I was like, oh, okay, then. I would have to polish up before I would be able to, you know, sell it out to people. Yes, so that was how it all started. So I registered for a class. I attended the class, and then that was how it all started. Okay. So yeah, so I registered for the class in January, and then by February I baked my first cake for a colleague in the office, and then March I took off officially and then fully.
Okay.
So that has been it.
Oh,
that has been the journey so far.
And how long ago has it been?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
So that
we were three in March.
March. So that'll make what, 2019, 18?
Sure.
19.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. 3 years. That's lots of experience. Okay, so you've been doing the baking. So basically, you do it part time, not full time.
Part time.
Part time.
Like I said, I'm a banker by profession, so this is on the side.
Okay. So the question a lot of people are asking: how are you able to balance banking with being an entrepreneur in the baking industry?
If you love what you do, you make time for it. Yes, I understand the banking job is stressful. You don't get home early, you come home late. There are others. There are some people, even though you would love the pre-order like 2 days or 3 days before the day of pickup. But some people will just call you impromptu. They want a cake.
Okay.
They can call them one, they'll be like, I want the cake in the evening. But if you love what you do, you will do it. So you get home late, and yes, you still come back and then you come and bake. And the funny aspect is, when I come back from work, I might be tired when I'm at work, but the moment I get home and then I start baking, I don't feel I'm tired again, because I love what I'm doing. So out of excitement, out of passion, I do it, I bake it and everything. And I don't feel I'm tired. When I'm done, then I really feel my feet are hurting, and I really feel I'm tired. But when I'm in the act of baking, I don't feel I'm tired.
Okay. That's quite interesting. So that you did that for the last 3 years. So what has been some of the challenges? I mean, of course, you're a busy woman in the bank making money. But apart from that, what are other sort of challenges you go through doing business as a woman, especially in the kitchen business?
For me, being a woman isn't a barrier.
Okay.
I don't face any challenge being a woman in the baking industry, because, of course, baking is predominantly dominated by women. Yes, so I wouldn't say there's any challenge being a woman, but the little challenge has to do with price increments, instability in prices of goods. So you go to the price, the cost of FLI is this. You go the following week and then it has increased to that. So it makes pricing your cake kind of unstable. Okay. So a customer will come today, you tell the customer the price of this cake, this 2-tier cake is let's say X amount. The person will come again a week after, 2 weeks after, 3 weeks, a month after, and then the price has changed from X amount to Y amount, and then the person will be like, oh, but the last time I bought it at this amount. You see, so that's basically the main challenge I am facing as a baker. Yes, that's the main challenge. Apart from that, the industry is okay. No major challenge. No major challenge. Sure.
Okay. So what kind of cakes do you make? Weddings, birthdays?
Any cake you can think of, from christening to birthdays to weddings to anniversaries. Any cake at all you can think of.
Oh, really?
I make them, yes. Okay. Cupcakes, and it's not just cakes. I'm into pastries. Okay. So talk of pies, quiche, all the finger foods you can think about. Okay. Shapes, coated granules, all of that. Okay. I do all of that as well. Yes. Okay, and then I'm also into food baskets. Okay. So breakfast baskets, lunch baskets. I'm into it. So you want breakfast, maybe you want to surprise a loved one on a birthday, on an anniversary or anything, you can call on me and then I'll do a breakfast for you. If you want a lunch basket, should I say a buffet sort of in the basket, so you have bits and pieces of a number of dishes in a basket. I have them as well. I do that as well.
Okay, that's very interesting. So how long does it take, if somebody were to place an order, how long does it take to get the cake ready?
Ideally, I would love if clients can give me prior notice.
How many days?
48 hours. Would do. That's 3 days. That would do, because I'm not into it full time. Okay. So maybe there's something I would need to order, there's something I would need to purchase and all of that. And if I'm at work, it will definitely conflict. So if you give me prior notice, then if there's anything I would want to purchase, I can do that. But aside that, if the person wouldn't want to pre-order and then the person gives me a call and I'm available, like on a Sunday like this, I'm home, or on a weekend, on a holiday, I'm home. So the person calls me in the morning, maybe by 2-3, the person should get it.
You get it? Okay,
yes. Provided the order the person is placing, I don't need to purchase anything. Because if I need to purchase something, I need to pre-order something, then of course I wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this beautiful cake in front of us. I'm sure a lot of people are actually wondering. Okay, so what is this, a birthday cake or a wedding cake?
It's a birthday cake. As you can see, the description, happy birthday. Happy birthday. So this is a 2-tier birthday cake.
2-tier birthday cake.
Sure.
I must say it looks really lovely.
Thank you.
So traditionally, like, so can you give us some insights into the cake? Is this vanilla, chocolate, or what is it?
Okay, so what we have here is strawberry and then vanilla.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we have in here, strawberry and vanilla. And then it's a fondant, and then I did a little design using a stencil. Okay. And then I adorn it with the bits you can see beneath it, some flowers and then some frog's balls. Okay. Yes. So that's what we have in here.
And this is tradition. So somebody wanted something like this, they have to order 24 hours before. 48
Yes,
hours.
this is a huge case. So you have to at least 48 hours would do.
48 hours, okay.
Sure.
So once you order 48 hours, the person is guaranteed to get it in the next 24 hours or 48 hours?
Okay, so you need the cake on Tuesday. Ideally, if you order today, I would love it.
Okay.
So if I need to, probably I've run out of the fox balls, I've run out of the flowers, I've run out of, probably the person would see this and the person would be like, I want the same thing, I want the exact thing.
Okay.
But probably I don't have the stopper. I have different happy birthday topper, but not this exact topper.
Okay.
So if you want the same thing, then you give me prior notice so that I can also ask my suppliers if they have the exact thing available. Okay. You get it? So basically that's why I want the prior notice. But apart from that, the bacon isn't really the issue because my cakes are always baked fresh. Okay. So it's not like you give me 48 hours prior notice, then I'm going to bake it before the D-Day. No, my cakes are always fresh. But just because if you need anything I don't have available, I'll be able to order for it. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I need the 48 hours notice. Okay, yes. And then I'm not into just strawberry. This is strawberry and vanilla, like I said, but I bake all the flavors you can think of. I have strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, coconut, any flavor you can think of. Okay. I do it.
Right. And you have some cupcakes.
Like some cupcakes here, so you can see red velvet, you can see vanilla, you can see chocolate. You can see chocolates, you can see strawberry, then you can see vanilla.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's quite interesting. Okay, so let's talk now about the cake industry in Ghana. What's your opinion about the cake industry in Ghana? Do you think there's more room?
That's true.
Where it has opportunity to grow much more bigger than this?
That's true. There's a place for everybody in the industry, unless you don't want to explain, unless you don't want to be. Because I always say, my customers can never be your customers. There are some people who patronize me because it's me.
Okay.
My colleagues in the office, they patronize me because of me. My family and friends, they patronize me because it's me. Yeah. So if I'm not there, then there's no cake.
Okay.
You understand?
I understand.
It's the same thing if you are also in the industry. People will patronize you because it's you. So there's a place for everyone in the industry. There's no need for rivalry. There's no need for competition, unhealthy competition, and all of that. Because there's a space for everyone. Like I'm saying, my customers can never be your customers, and this is a very huge and a big industry. I can't cover the whole of Accra. In fact, even the whole of East Legon, I can't. Where my office is, I can't serve everyone. So I'm sure there are about 1,001 bakers in East Legon. Some I know, some I don't know.
Okay, so you just mentioned that there are lots of bakers around in Accra. So the question someone will asking is, why should they come to Nabs Bites and not go to your competitors?
I love that question. If you want a very yummy and healthy, that's my selling tool. Anybody who has eaten my cake will attest that you eat my cake and you will not even feel the sugar in it. Okay. Very low in sugar, very healthy, very yummy, very tasty. Okay. So if you're looking for healthy, maybe you want to take some snack that you're thinking of, the sugar content, I'm not supposed to take a lot of sugar, this and that. You can come to me. Very low in sugar, very yummy, very tasty, always baked fresh. Aside that, I'll give you experience the best customer service when you come to us. You'd order from us once and then you wouldn't feel like ordering from anyone again because of how we treat you. We treat every customer as a prestige customer.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's nice. That will be quite nice.
Sure.
Okay. So what's the future for Nabs Bites? Currently, do you have staff or you work alone?
Currently, I work alone. But when I have a lot of orders coming in, I have a friend, a baker friend, I call to come and help me. Okay. Yes. So anytime I feel I'm overwhelmed with a lot of orders, I just call her. Like I said, I'm a banker. Sorry. So you know this are parts of the world. You can't just open the shop and then you decide to leave it for someone. Yeah. And you will be awake, the person will be working. You might never know what will happen behind you. So I would have the clear mind to work in the office. I'm a home baker. Okay. That's how I want it to be for now. So a home baker, I'm available, I do my cakes. If I'm not available, then that's it. Another reason why I want the prior notice, the 48 hours prior notice. Yes, so I don't have a worker for now, but if I'm overwhelmed with all this, there's someone I call to come and assist me.
You sound very passionate about, the baking industry, what you do at Nabs Bites. Do you ever plan on leaving the banking industry to focus on full time?
In fact, I've resigned 1,000 times. I've resigned 1,000 times. I mean, I'm like, no, I'll resign. So, the time I really was set and wanted to resign was before the COVID.
Okay.
I was ready. I was like, okay, I'm resigning, I'm leaving.
So what stopped you?
COVID. COVID came and no parties, no weddings, nothing. Like, people were not ordering. Everything came to a standstill. So I was like, whoa. But my bank was still paying me. My company was still paying me even though there was COVID. You understand? Because everything came to a standstill, but business was still going on in terms of banking and all of that. So my company was still paying me. But everything came to a halt in the baking industry.
Okay.
From my side, I don't know of other bakers. I can only talk for myself. So I was like, oh, so if I had stopped, then it means I would have been home like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months without any work. Because I remember I just had like 1 or 2 others, one breakfast order and then one birthday cake from order from my friends.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, so if I had stopped, then it means I would have been home like 4 months without salary.
Okay.
You understand? So that was what made me put a halt on the resignation. So I was like, okay, then let me make sure I'm really prepared. I have enough in my account that if I want to resign and any eventuality happens, even for a year, I know I can survive without any depending on anyone. So that's what made me stop. But hey, I love what I do. I'm so passionate about it. I love it. I love it when I finish decorating a cake, and then the joy for me is when I'm done and then I take my camera to take a picture to send to the client. I'm so excited when I see the outcome, because you take flour, sugar, margarine, oil, depending on the recipe, eggs, milk, and then you're able to form something solid out of it. You're able to carve it, you're able to decorate it to look nice and appealing. To me, it's so satisfying when I finish my works and then I look at it.
Okay.
So I'm so passionate about it. I love it, and then I'll go into it full time eventually. Okay. But then I'm just taking it one step at a time. I don't want to rush into things.
Okay.
Exactly. For the clientele base for now, by the grace of God, I won't say I'm there, but it's good.
Okay.
Yes, it's good, but then I think there are 1 or 2 things I would have to put in place before. Because if I'm resigning, then it means I'm going into it full time. Am I ready to pay overhead cost? Am I ready to pay rent? Am I ready for all the challenges, the ups and downs that comes with being a full-time baker? So that's what is holding me back a bit. But then we have our own plan. When the time is right, we'll definitely go into it full time.
Okay. It's kind of interesting you mentioned COVID, because a lot of people, a lot of statistics out there saying that COVID has affected businesses, but nobody has really come out to really say how COVID has really affected their business. Because we hear the big companies laying off, but we never really hear about the small and medium-sized enterprises and how COVID has really been affected by COVID. So you talking about your COVID story, really quite interesting.
Okay, sure. Like I said, I don't have any worker. That's the, should I say, fortunate aspect. But imagine if I had a worker, and then for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, there are no weddings. Even when there are weddings, I think it was restricted to 25 persons, if I remember. Yes, and nobody will come and order a 3-tier wedding cake, 4-tier wedding cake, 5-tier wedding cake for 25 people. The minimum, the person would just do like some 6 inches wedding cake or 8 inches wedding cake. Exactly. So there wouldn't be a need for a worker or a staff. If it's just one person, I can manage and then keep the person and still pay the person. But imagine if I have like 10 workers, and then for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, there are no works. I have to keep them, I have to pay all of them. That would be difficult.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, because there was no worker and I was on my own, it wasn't much of a problem. But then of course I had already bought goods that stuff that I use for my cakes that some of them were going bad because there were no orders. Something like flour. The lifespan of flour is 3 months. After 3 months it will.
Oh really?
Sure.
Did I get the impression flour can last for
No. After 3 months, it will start going bad. So, if imagine I had already bought the flour like a month or two before the COVID, and I had not finished using it, then of course it will go bad. For the others, milk, sugar, butter, and all of those things, that one you can keep it, but for the flour, it will go bad.
Okay.
You get it. So COVID was a blow to all of us. Yes, and nothing was actually going on. Even if their birthday, how do you call it, birthday celebrations, it will be with some small cake, maybe cupcakes or just some 6 inches cake. Meanwhile, hitherto the person would have ordered for like a very big cake, 2-tier cake, 3-tier cakes, but because of COVID, there was nothing of the sort. So I know those who had workers had it very tough because you would have to be paying their workers. If nothing at all, you have to give them like half of what you promised them or what was due them. Yes, because probably there's no there were no orders and then there were no works coming in. You still have to pay them. You can't lay all of them off.
True.
You get it. So you are not working, but you are paying salaries. So you can just imagine. And that would have been the blow. But for me, because there were no workers, the major blow was I was idle.
Okay.
Yes, there was lockdown. I was home, and what you have passion for, what gives you joy, what gives you some sort of satisfaction when you do it, you are no longer doing it. But that's just the negative aspect of it. But then the positive aspect is I used that moment to upgrade myself.
Okay.
Yes. So now I had all the time to myself. I went on YouTube. I was checking out for new designs. I was checking out for new trending cake decorations and all of that. I learned new recipes during the COVID and all of that. So after the COVID, I bounced back stronger. And then should I say better than I was before the COVID. Yes, sure. So I didn't just, it wasn't just the negative aspects, but to me, I used that challenge as a stepping stone to upgrade myself. Sure.
All right. You're watching Just for Women Africa. We'd like to give a shout out to Peace Bridals. She was on the show earlier this year, and she sells beautiful wedding gowns for brides who are looking out for nice wedding gowns. She has branches on the Spain Tech Road and in Kumasi. You can reach her out on her Instagram handler, Peace Bridals. Who have been watching and they love the beautiful cake here. I wish I could take it home myself. Together with the cupcakes, and they'd love to order from you. Nabs Bites.
Nabs Bites.
Yeah. Can you give out your contact details?
Okay, so you can locate me at East Legon, Blue Gate. In fact, it's on a Google map. When you enter Nabs Bites, it will bring you to the place. Aside that, my phone number is 0245 031 224. And you can also follow me on my social media handle. That's Instagram, Nabs_Bites. Nabs NABS_Bites BITES. That's it on Instagram. And then on Facebook, the same thing, Nabs_Bites.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, I'd like to chip in this question. Do you encourage people to go into the baking industry?
Why not? The baking industry is not fully exhausted. There's still a big space for everybody. So if that's what you love to do, if that's what gives you joy, if that's your passion, why not? You can go into it.
Okay. All right. So tell me, what's your opinion about doing business in Ghana as a woman? Do you think it's challenging? Do you think it's a man's world? Do you think the men...
It's a man's world.
Do you think the men actually bully the women?
Not at all. Not at all. It depends on the kind of industry. I don't know what other people are doing, but for what I am into, women are the leaders in it. So, to me, there's no bullying sort of. There's no bullying whatsoever, and be doing business as a woman is a challenge. No, to me, because to me, if this is what you want, it's okay for me. If this is what I want, I go for it. Nothing stops me. Okay.
So when you're playing, why do you say it's a man's world? Because most people say it's a partnership. We're there 50-50.
So as in partnership, you partnering with a man or...
No, women have 50-50 that they feel that, well, whatever a man is entitled to, a woman should be entitled to. There's
Okay,
like
so
equal pay
then
and
go
stuff
for your
like
50%. Let me go for my 50%. I'm not coming for part of your 50%. If my share is the 50%, I'll go for it, and then you can't stop me. If this is what I want, I go for it. Nothing stops me.
that. Okay.
That's the passion with which I do my work with. So I want to do this. If it means not sleeping for 2 days, not sleeping the whole night, not sleeping for days, I will just stay awake and then do it. This is what I want. I do it, and then that's it. Nothing stops me. So, as in doing a business as a woman, being bullied, as in, I don't get it. Maybe what would slow you down a bit would be family. But
Okay.
hey, if you have a supportive family like I do, then nothing will stop you. Nothing will stop you, yes. If you have all the support you need from your family, then that's it.
Okay. That's very interesting. Okay, we're bringing the show to a close. We're speaking to Mabel Otto from Nabs Bites. She's in the cake industry. She brought this beautiful cake for the show. I wish I could take you home.
You'll take it from the worry.
Birthdays, weddings, you want to Nabs Bites is the place to go to. You can reach out on our Instagram's page at Nabs Bites.
Nabs_bites.
Nabs_bites. And we mentioned Just Women Africa. I'm sure she'll give it this song.
Sure.
Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. To the next show from Mabel and I, it is
Bye-bye.
bye.